Why does a loss hurt less for some traders while it ruins others for days? Why can two people take the same losing trade and one feels calm, clear, almost neutral, while the other spirals into anger, revenge trading, and self-doubt? Here's the part no one tells you. It's not discipline. It's not confidence. It's not experience. It's a quiet mental shift, so subtle you almost miss it. And once it happens, losses stop hurting the way they used to. Not because you don't care, but because your mind finally stops lying to you. Let me explain. Because if you've ever closed a trade and felt that heavy drop in your chest, if you've ever stared at your P&L and thought, I knew better, why did I do that? If you've ever felt personally attacked by the market, this is for you. And chances are you're not broken. You're just holding the wrong mental frame. Let's start there. Here's the uncomfortable truth most traders avoid. Losses don't hurt because of money. They hurt because of meaning. The money is just the surface. The real pain comes from what the loss says about you. I was wrong. I missed something. I failed. I'm not as good as I thought. I'm wasting my time. That inner narration, that's where the damage happens. So the goal isn't to become emotionless. That's impossible. The goal is to change what losses mean to you. And that brings us to the quiet shift. Number 1, you stop seeing losses as events and start seeing them as data. This sounds simple, it's not. Most traders say this, very few actually live it. When you see a loss as an event, it feels final, heavy, personal. It feels like something just happened to you. Your nervous system reacts fast. Heart rate jumps, breathing tightens, thoughts speed up, because your brain treats it like a threat. But when the shift happens, something changes. A loss becomes information. Not good, not bad, just feedback. Think about it. When Netflix shows you a recommendation you don't like, do you feel shame? Do you spiral emotionally? No, you just scroll, because it's data, not identity. Profitable traders view losses the same way, not intellectually, emotionally. The loss isn't, I messed up, it's, this setup had a lower probability this time. That's it. No story attached. And here's the key. You don't force this mindset, you earn it through repetition and honesty. When you review trades without judgment, when you stop asking, why am I like this? And start asking, what does this tell me? The emotional charge fades. Not instantly, but permanently. Ask yourself this. Do you review losses to understand them or to punish yourself? Be honest. Number 2, you detach your self-worth from short-term outcomes. This is the hardest one, because most traders secretly use trading as a mirror. A win means I'm smart, I'm capable, I'm making progress. A loss means the opposite. So every trade becomes a judgment, not on your strategy, on you. That's why losses sting. You're not losing money, you're losing validation. And the market is a brutal judge. Cold, random, unapologetic. Here's the shift. You stop letting the market grade your identity. You realize something uncomfortable. Your worth doesn't rise with wins, and it doesn't fall with losses. It stays flat, stable, independent. This doesn't happen because you repeat affirmations. It happens when you build evidence. Evidence that you can follow your rules even when the outcome sucks. That's where confidence really comes from. Not being right, being consistent. The moment you respect yourself for execution instead of outcome, losses lose their power. Because you didn't fail, you did your job. Let me ask you something. If someone followed a perfect fitness routine for a week but didn't lose weight yet, would you call them a failure? Of course not. Then why do that to yourself in trading? Number 3, you accept randomness instead of fighting it. This one changes everything. Most traders understand probability conceptually. Very few accept it emotionally. They know wins and losses are random until randomness hits them personally. Then it feels unfair. This shouldn't have lost. My analysis was right. I got unlucky. And maybe you did, but here's the shift. You stop expecting fairness from randomness. You stop needing the market to make sense on your timeline. You realize that a single trade means nothing. Nothing. It doesn't confirm your skill. It doesn't deny it either. It's just one sample in a massive distribution. When this clicks, losses stop shocking you. They become expected. Not desired, expected. Like rain on a cloudy day. You don't get angry at clouds, you bring an umbrella. Traders who suffer emotionally expect certainty in an uncertain environment. Traders who are calm don't. They build systems that survive randomness, and emotionally, they stop taking it personally. Ask yourself this. Do you secretly expect your good analysis to be rewarded every time? If yes, there's your pain. Number 4. You stop trying to avoid pain and start allowing it. This sounds counterintuitive, but it's crucial. Most emotional damage in trading doesn't come from losses, it comes from resistance. I shouldn't feel this. I need to get this back. I can't end the day like this. That resistance amplifies the emotion. It turns discomfort into suffering. The quiet shift is acceptance, not resignation, acceptance. You let the discomfort exist without reacting. You feel the frustration, the disappointment, the tightness, and you don't do anything about it. No revenge trade, no chart hopping, no emotional journaling spiral. You just sit, and something interesting happens. The emotion peaks, then falls. Always. Because emotions need fuel to survive, and reaction is fuel. Traders who are emotionally resilient don't suppress feelings. They let them pass. That's why losses stop hurting, not because they don't feel them, but because they don't fight them. Let me ask you, when was the last time you let a losing trade sit without doing anything to fix the feeling? Number 5. You shift from I need this trade to I execute regardless. This one's subtle and dangerous if misunderstood. Needing a trade to work creates pressure. Pressure distorts perception. You start managing the trade emotionally, not strategically. Every tick feels louder. Every pullback feels threatening. Losses hurt more because you needed the outcome. The shift happens when trading becomes boring, routine, procedural. You stop hoping, you stop fearing, you execute. That's it. The trade doesn't owe you anything, and you don't owe it emotion. This detachment doesn't come from apathy, it comes from trust. Trust in your process, trust in your edge, trust in time. And once that trust is there, losses become expected expenses, not emotional events. Ask yourself this. Are you trading to prove something or to execute something? Big difference. Now let's tie this together. Losses stop hurting when they stop threatening your identity, when they stop feeling unfair, when they stop demanding an emotional response. The quiet shift isn't becoming numb, it's becoming grounded. You stop asking, what does this say about me? And you start asking, what does this teach me? That question alone changes everything. You become calmer, more patient, more consistent. Not because the market changed, because you did. Here's the takeaway. You don't need thicker skin. You don't need more motivation. You don't need to toughen up. You need a new relationship with losses. One where they inform you, not define you. One where execution matters more than outcome, process more than emotion, consistency more than validation. And when that shift settles in, quietly, without fireworks, you'll notice something strange. Losses still happen, but they don't linger. They don't control your mood. They don't hijack your decisions. They don't follow you into the next trade. And that's when trading changes. Not externally, internally. If this resonated, sit with it. Don't rush to apply it. Notice your reactions this week, especially after losses. And if you want more of this kind of mental clarity, more quiet shifts that compound over time, you know what to do. Stay sharp, stay honest,
and I'll see you in the next one.